Hey everyone, welcome to KV Reacts. Arsenal women have done the impossible. They have done the La Remontada. Apparently, Remontada is working for everybody except Real Madrid these days. Uh, and Arsenal women have actually done the unthinkable. They have beaten Lyon. They have overturned a 2-1 deficit from home and reached the Champions League final after
18 years.
28
18
18
years.
years 18 years, sorry. And what a match it was. If you guys have not seen that game, I strongly insist you go ahead and see that, because it's not just Arsenal. I mean, women's football has been picking up for quite some time now, but I think what's really exciting to see is that there were so many people who were in the ground, who came to see that game yesterday. UEFA Champions League semi-final, worthy of the occasion. Arsenal scoring 4-1 against Lyon, who were previously unbeaten at home. And here to take us through with it is a very, very good friend of the channel, a very good friend of mine personally. I've known him for more than 15 years now. Advait, welcome back. How are you?
Doing good. Oh, what a day, man. Yesterday was truly brilliant. I mean, we also
Absolutely
have to talk
fantastic.
about Liverpool winning the Premier League, finally number
We'll talk
20.
about that later. That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
we'll talk
not
about
in
that
the
later.
it's not
That's
in the
so
title.
nice. But what a day, man. What a day to be an Arsenal fan. Our women's team, they've done us proud. Lyon
Yes.
are statistically one of the, if not, I think the best women's side in the world. They have a lot of
Mhm.
trophies. They have multiple Champions Leagues. They have multiple, French league titles, French Cup titles. They're one of the best sides in the world. They have Wendy Renard, who's considered as the Virgil van Dijk of women's football in that, and they're just an explosive side. And for Arsenal to come back from a 2-1 deficit where we lost, at the Emirates we lost 2-1, and then to come back and
Right.
completely outplay and outclass a side of that caliber, is
Yes.
it's extremely commendable. And this is, by the way, this is just with Renee, our coach. I think her name is Renee Sleggers. She was
Mm.
an assistant manager with the previous coach Jonas Idwal, and then she took over as part-time coach. And then once when he resigned, I think mid-season he resigned when we were going through a pretty much a crisis. We were fifth in the league, losing games, drawing games, and she's completely turned the Arsenal women's side around, completely turned them around, and she's got a job now on a permanent basis. And for her, coming from as an assistant manager to take over the reins of a big football club, and to do what she's done is incredible,
Mm.
absolutely incredible. What a performance, man. What an absolutely brilliant performance.
4-1 to the good. The first goal was a set piece goal from Arsenal. Proud,
As
proud
usual.
of getting set piece goals these days. Christiane Endler with the own goal. I think what she was trying to do, she was trying to head the ball away, but it bounced off another Leon player, and it ended up in the back of the net. Just before halftime ended, Mariona Caldente made it 2-0
To nil.
on the evening. And what a strike, by the way. Top bins once again. I mean, it seems like Arsenal players, both men and women, are finding their goal scoring ability, and like hitting some really good form at some really, really good time. And then again, we have in the 46th minute, as soon as the second half started, Alicia Russo scoring a 46-minute goal, and then Caitlin Fjord. I think the fourth goal was it has to be chalked down as to a big mistake in the defense.
Yeah, the
Uh,
defender slipped and she
yeah,
allowed
you hate
Caitlin.
you hate to see it. You hate to see it. But in the Champions League semi-final, you're going to take everything you're going to get.
True.
Rafael Mauro is saying, would Arteta winning the Champions League be a huge accomplishment apart from Ancelotti winning his first Premier League?
Obviously.
We'll just get into that. We'll just finish off with the Arsenal women's performance. Arsenal women taking the charge, taking the lead. Is Arsenal a matriarchal society? It may as well be. It may as well be, because the women are showing us the way. They are inspiring the boys. I feel inspired by how Arsenal women have like how you mentioned, Lyon are the powerhouses in women's football in the world. So they haven't lost at home ever, I think, in this
No,
season
the
at
last
least.
2 years they haven't lost at home. We're the first side to beat
In
them
the
at home.
last 2 years, Lyon
2 years.
hasn't
And
lost
they were
at
unbeaten this
home.
season, by the way. Yeah. They were unbeaten this season in all competitions. We're the first side to end that league.
Unbeaten this season. So yeah, definitely these kind of victories are going to inspire you. I know the boys must be watching this and saying, you know what, we have to do something now. So just on that subject, touching on that subject, let's get into the chat. The question by Rafael, who says, "Would Arteta winning the Champions League be a huge accomplishment?" Would it be? Of course it is, right? Has to be.
Because 150%, yes. It has to be. I think it's winning this competition is it's prestigious. It's the elite competition of Europe, and you don't every club would dream of winning the Champions League, and this is, I think, one competition where our rivals have always had the upper hand over us. Saying you've never been champions of Europe, you'll never sing that,
You'll never think that. You'll never think that. Something that, yeah, yeah, you'll never think that.
Yeah, so
Hate that song.
yeah, so I just hope that we step up. But yeah, PSG is a very, very, very tricky team. But talking about that, they kind of I think over the weekend they had a setback. They went and lost to Nice, I think 3-1 or something of that. So it's not like they're an invincible side, or they're a side that's very hard to beat. I think if Nice can do it, and this was Nice doing it at the Parc des Princes, so I
Mm,
think this should give the boys a lot of confidence, especially players like Declan Rice, who were already in a good patch of form, Saka, Odegaard, everyone. So this is going to be, as I said again, I was talking about the Madrid game as well, saying that that game is going to be the career defining moment, career defining match for us this season. Now it comes down to
right.
this game at the Emirates, where we should not allow PSG to score, and we need to score.
Mm. All right. So I was doing a preview on another channel for Arsenal PSG yesterday
Mhm.
with Yashvardhan, and we discussed a lot of stuff. And I want to put some of the same questions to you. As it turns out, from what I'm hearing right now, Ben White is apparently fit and ready to go against PSG. I've just received that news about an hour ago. I don't know how credible that is, but it seems to be credible.
Mhm.
Obviously, it might be a risk, considering that the last time Ben White came on the pitch, he had to go back injured again, and he had to sit the match out. Uh, who plays up front? Do you trust Mikel Merino in central defensive midfield and the number six role? Because
I think
Thomas
even
Partey is not there.
Marino, I think, is also out. If I'm not wrong, I think he's also suffered an injury setback. So I think Marino
Yeah,
is
but they're
also out.
saying that Merino and Ben White are fit and ready to play. That's what I'm being told.
I personally, if I was Arteta, I wouldn't risk Marino. I think Marino would be more, better for the second leg personally. But
Right.
that again, that being said, again, we don't have anyone in midfield. We really don't have a central defensive midfielder. I think probably what will happen is, I think probably I think Nwaneri should come into midfield with Odegaard, and then they might push Rice as a defensive
Hmm.
midfielder. So maybe that, or the other option is Zinchenko playing in midfield. So far, he's been good whenever he's played in midfield. He's been, we always been critics of him ever since he's been playing in that left back role. But at midfield, he seems to be pretty good, pretty solid. But again, he'll have a massive task, man. He's got one of the three really light midfielders to come across. Fabian Ruiz, João Neves, and I think Vitinha.
Mm.
Vitinha is the other midfielder of PSG. So I think Zinchenko needs to be on his A game. If Marino is not fit, but I think that's where our problems lie. I think if Ben White is back, it's good news for us at least. Timber can be rotated with him.
Right.
Timber, both are pretty solid, and Timber's going to have his hands full, man. He's got Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, one of the most explosive wingers I think currently in the world. He's going to play up against him, and and we've seen PSG's counter-attacking football. It's just brilliant, man. They're just ruthless. It's just one punt up, and then the three wingers they just create absolute havoc. That's Ousmane Dembele, Barcola, and Kvicha. So we really need to be on our guard. We really, really, really need to be, all our defenders need to be focused 150% in, tuned into the game.
Right. Okay, so I just brought up this tactical board so that we can break down a little bit as to what we're going to be expecting. This is the Arsenal 11. Just we know where everyone plays, so like just don't go with the exact numbers.
Right.
This is the regular Arsenal formation. Miles Lewis Kelly is going to be here, right?
True.
Miles Lewis Kelly is going to be here. We're going to have Timber or Ben White play here. I think most likely it's going to be Timber
Yep.
who's going to play on this side, on the right hand side. Saliba and Kivior, that's a given.
Yep.
Then in this number six position, that usually was this is actually Rice's position right here.
Position.
This
Yeah.
is Declan Rice right here. This is Martin Odegaard right here, and this is Thomas
Yep.
Partey right here.
Fine. Yes.
So my question is, Mikel Merino played against Ipswich in this position, right? In the
Yep.
number seven position, and we did relatively well. But that was Ipswich. That was not anyone else. Number 10, I'm presuming that we're going to have Leandro Trossard play here.
Yeah.
Bukayo Saka is going to be here. Martinelli is going to be here. So I think the
Yep.
front three are pretty much decided. Declan Rice is the one who makes these runs right here, uh, front to back. I mean, I think he is going to have an extremely important day tomorrow
Yes.
because his kind of performance against Real Madrid. I mean, he's high on confidence, he's high on morale right now. So you would expect him to go into this game with a lot of confidence. So we're going to expect him a lot of Declan Rice heat map right around this side.
True.
Let me just get the pen 1 second. We're gonna expect a lot of Declan Rice heat map this side.
True. And that means Lewis Kelly then drops into midfield. So
Yeah, exactly. That means that Lewis Kelly then drops into midfield here.
yep.
So right, so this is going to be what Arsenal are going to look like somewhat. Saka also tracks back. So the good thing about our wingers is that they happily track back. They help out in defense, and we're
Very
going to
true.
have a tough time dealing with that tomorrow because we know Kwicha, Desiree Doué, and Dembele are going to give us a handful, and Barpol as well. My concern is this man, number 8, Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard hasn't really had the best season. I feel he is struggling a bit when it comes to being creative. I think you know that feeling. You've played a lot of football in your life. You've played a lot of football in your life. Sometimes what happens is when you're not mentally, like, you're in a kind of a mood, you're in a mood swing kind of a situation. You're trying to be creative. You know what needs to be done. You're just not being able to do it, right? The movement is fine, everything is fine, but when you're trying to create those passes, I know you must have seen the El Clasico a couple of days ago. You
Yeah.
saw that pass that Lamine Yamal made,
Beautiful.
where he baited Courtois out of his goal, even though Rudiger was shoulder to shoulder with Ferran Torres. The timing and the weight of that pass was absolutely perfect. I mean, Iniesta and Xavi would have been proud of that pass,
Out of
right?
it.
He
Very true.
baited Courtois out, who thought that this ball might be traveling, but it didn't, and he managed to get Courtois out, and he managed to give Ferran Torres an even better chance of scoring. Had Courtois stayed in his goal, it would have been better. Odegaard tries to do the same kind of things. Odegaard tries to make the same kind of passes, but lately what I've seen with him is he's not being able to find the players. He's not being able to get accurate shots off. I mean, I don't even remember when was the last time he scored a goal. And besides that, his pressing is good. Like, his off the ball movement is good, but on the ball movement, he's struggling at the moment, and I feel that that is a massive concern for me. So we know that Odegaard is going to be pressing along with everybody else. I think Declan Rice is going to be somewhere here. Odegaard is the one going to be pressing along with Trossard, maybe Saka on this side and Martinelli on this side. So this is going to be our front press. We're going to have Merino somewhere here during that time. Lewis Kelly is going to be here, and obviously we're going to have Saliba, Kivior, and Timber somewhere here. So this is what our shape is going to be looking like during the entire game, pretty much.
Yep.
What do you feel about the Odegaard situation?
Yeah, I think he's going through a rough patch. I mean, as an attacking midfielder, you expect a lot more, and he's absolutely. I think the previous seasons he's been really brilliant for us. This season, I think, up post the injury, he's kind of not really been at what we've expected out of him. But that being said, I still think he's still a very very important piece in the Arsenal puzzle. He's still someone who drives the team forward. Uh, He's someone who still continuously, presses, hounds opposition players. He does
Right.
he does the things off the ball that's really that makes me appreciate him a bit more. I understand that he is the engine. He's supposed to be the creator, the main creator in the team. And there are times where
Mm.
he finds those little pockets of space, and then he plays this lovely pass through to Saka, but we're unable to finish
Right.
it. I think probably we might. I feel that with a reputed striker in front of him, I think that's when Odegaard will show his true colors. I think someone like a Gyökeres, sorry,
Mm.
or an Isaac or someone like that of that sort, who can hold up play, who helps in, who can find those little bit of spaces. I think that's why. So Odegaard currently, is he's feeding off people like Merino, Martinelli
Mm.
and Saka again who are wingers. So I feel Odegaard's more his talents will start shining more when you have a reputed striker in front of you, someone like Gyökeres or Isaac or Sesko, someone of that sort.
Mm.
I personally, I mean, it's sad to see him, see this dip in form with him, but I'll wait till next season. Hopefully we do sign a reputed striker, and then I I think I'll judge Odegaard then.
Mm. Fair enough. Okay. Let's take a couple of chats. Rafael says Merino and Ben White were spotted on the training ground, so that's good
That's
news.
awesome, man. If Marino and Ben White were spotted,
Thank
that's
you for
absolutely awesome.
confirming that, Rafael. Yes says, what if we play Tierney at left back and MLS at midfield from the left side? I don't think that's going to happen.
Personally,
Over
that's
my
suicide.
dead body, as Arteta would say.
Personally, that's suicide, man. Barcola Due are going to have a field day. Tierney, we all know, is not. He doesn't have the legs, doesn't have the pace, and with Usman Dembele again drifting in from the right, he's going to have
Tierney has
absolute.
the legs and the pace. What are you talking about? Tierney has
Have you seen the previous games? That's I think one of the reasons why Arteta didn't really trust him in that left back role.
Mm.
And he injury prone, and he's lost his pace a bit. He's a very good crosser of the ball, And
Yeah.
but there are these times where these one-on-one situations where he's bad, and I think PSG will look to exploit that. If Tierney does start, PSG will definitely exploit that. They'll and you have on top of that you have Hakimi also on that same wing, and that man loves
Mm.
to attack. Man, that guy is literally like a forward himself. So I think Tierney will
Yeah.
really have his hands full. I think Lewis
Both
Kelly is a
their both their
safer option
fullbacks are
in that left.
are
Exactly, Hakimi and Mendes both are absolutely lethal when they attack. They're absolutely mad
Someone
when
told
they.
me yesterday that Nuno Mendes is the second highest goal scorer for PSG, apparently.
Yeah, he is the second after Usman Dembele. He is.
That is crazy.
That's
That is
mad, and
absolutely
he's a left
crazy.
back. Exactly what I'm saying. He's a left back. But that's the things where we can exploit because their fullbacks also tend to attack, and they leave the two centre
Hmm.
backs basically isolated because even the midfield also tends to push forward. That's Neves,
Right.
Vitinha, and Fabian Ruiz. So then it's
Hmm.
Marquinhos and I think it's William Pacho. I think is the other centre back. I think these are two centre backs.
Right.
They tend to leave them isolated at times, and that's what I was watching the highlights of the Nice game, and Nice did that brilliantly. They
Hmm.
waited, they soaked up the pressure, and then they just played this long ball, and then their wingers and their forwards were running in, and then they had these one-on-one situations versus the centre backs, easily beat the centre back, and then slotted past Donnarumma.
Hmm. Okay. Rafael says I'd have Timber on left back and White on right back. Does
I
that
think
make
Lewis Kelly, man.
sense?
I think
Lewis
Lewis
Kelly
Kelly
has
is
to start, right?
his game. This is his game. As a youngster, you want to play the best in the world. You want
Right.
to. It's always something that you'll have that adrenaline in you, and I don't think Arteta is going to bench Lewis Kelly. I think the guy's just gone leaps and bounds. He's grown over the season. He's going to be England's best left back currently. He's been absolutely brilliant. So I think Lewis Kelly is
Fair
is
enough.
the
Yeah, he's high on confidence. He's high on. He's good on form. He's done pretty almost nothing wrong. I mean, he has had a couple of bad games. Everyone is allowed a couple of bad games. Saliba has allowed a couple of bad games. Speaking of Saliba, Arsenal fans in certain sections are just slightly nervous as to what he's done in the last couple of games against Madrid and against Crystal Palace. My personal opinion is we all know the incident, we all know the back pass and the mistake that happened. My personal opinion is it's good that he made these mistakes now so that
true.
we can sit and talk and discuss about them and get it over with, right?
Yeah,
Arsenal are in good form right now. The Arsenal squad, Declan Rice would have had a word with him. Odegaard would have sat down and like, you know what, it's fine. And Saliba himself is a world class player, uh, and he would have had to analyze that himself, that whatever has happened cannot happen against PSG, and he has to make sure that he's not going to repeat that mistake.
I just want to call
Now,
out
are
a few
you
people.
are
You
you
remember?
concerned about that? Yeah,
Go on,
sorry,
go on.
what?
No. I was
No, no,
just wanted
no.
to talk about Saliba. But there were certain sections of when Arsenal fans saying that he's not world class, and he's just, I mean, dude, even talking about his positional awareness and his defending skills and stuff. In every
Mm.
defender has a bad day, right from your Zanettis, your
Have
Maldinis, your
these
Nesta.
people seen David Luiz play in defense? Have these
Exactly.
people seen
Mustafi,
Quadran Mustafi play in defense? I mean, I'm so
Socrates,
surprised that
Socrates.
for years on end, for decade, for 15 years, Arsenal had one of the shakiest, most nervy house of cards kind of a
Rob
defense.
Holding. Oh
I
my
used
God.
to cry. I used to literally cry looking at our defense and how nervous. Even when Arsenal would take a 2-0 lead, you know that we're gonna f shit up one way or the other. I mean, that's how bad our defense used to be. We've gone
To,
from that
to
to
this.
this, like what we have right now. Jakub Kivior putting in a performance, putting in shift after shift after shift. William Saliba, he's made two mistakes, and suddenly everybody's on his back. You know what? I think what happens is when you become a threat, everybody knows that you're like a target on their back,
Yeah, you're just waiting for their
and they
downfall.
try to, yeah, you just start criticizing them because you have to criticize, you have to do it. It's what they call human tendency. Like, this is a threat, I have to abuse it, I have to pin them down, I have to say weird shit. People start doing that en masse, especially now we live in the social media age, with digital media age. People have a platform to voice out each and every single thing, and I'm sure that sometimes there are a lot of false flag things, like people, rival fans create parody accounts of Arsenal players, or in the name of Arsenal, or people do that to one another on Twitter or Instagram, and then they share all kinds of ridiculous posts. So they're like, there's so much, so many crass, ridiculous opinions shared on social media at times. It's very difficult to know ki bhai, uh, how should I separate the information that I'm getting. So it's a very difficult situation. Anyway, I think William Saliba is world class.
Of course. That's sound, man.
Rumors of Real Madrid trying to buy Saliba. Obviously, I don't want to see him
I
go.
mean, he came
I
out
don't
in
care
public.
about
Him
Real
and his
Madrid.
agent came out in public and said that he's happy. His boyhood club is always Arsenal, and he wants to win trophies here. So that, I think, that just
Exactly.
puts it to rest. In a team of Madrid's caliber and quality, you'll always be wary of, because they have the spending power, and they have the success with them. But I think
Yeah.
Saliba's come out in public, and he's assured everyone. And talking about his performances, I mean, even a Van Dijk, you talk about positional awareness. What did Van Dijk do when Arsenal came last season? Him and Allison had a extremely beautiful mix up where Martinelli had to just tap the ball in. I mean, every defender has their bad days, dude. You just can't go and criticize someone for that. I mean, Van Dijk's also had
Right.
piss poor moments, and that time you don't see fans coming out and saying, "Oh my God, Virgil, what was this?" Because apparently Liverpool were in a transition period then,
Mm,
with Jurgen Klopp announcing that he's leaving and he doesn't have the energy anymore and stuff like that. Uh,
yeah.
so so I mean, you can't really finger out and single out Saliba on this, man. I think he's still world class. He's still one of the best defenders. I think our defense is also the best in the league.
Is that finger out?
I meant to say finger, but yeah, okay, that's what
All
you.
right. Rujan says, glad to see Advait without a kidnapper camera angle.
This
I
harami,
generally think that Arsenal's defense will be heavily attacked through both games, so they might have to depend on counters to score. Let's discuss the second part of that comment,
yeah, we don't need to
where
discuss the first point. Yeah,
Uh, uh, Arsenal's defense will be heavily attacked through both games. Now, point number one, I say good, good. What that means is Hakimi is going to be moving forward. Mendes is going to be moving forward. They've done it before. We have played PSG before. Although that PSG was a little bit not as refined and polished as it is right now,
true.
but we've seen this happen before. At that time, it didn't feel like a huge threat. Although this time I do feel, and speaking of that Arsenal PSG game, the first the UCL game that we played in the group stages against Paris. First goal came from Kai Havertz. I think it was his
Yeah,
physicality that helped him score that goal.
head up. Yeah,
Jumped up, beat
start.
Donnarumma, and scored the first one. The second one was a Bukayo Saka free kick. I think
Oh,
PSG were out of sorts
yeah,
in that particular
absolutely.
situation, and they managed to concede it. I don't even know. I still look at the highlights. I'm like, how did that go in?
Yeah,
So it was a little
exactly.
bit of confusion. will we see something of the same? Will we see a scrappy Arsenal performance, a scrappy Arsenal win? Because it seems like this game is not going to be like the Real Madrid game. Okay, because when we played against Real Madrid, take out those two Declan Rice goals. All right, take out those two Declan Rice goals. Attacking wise, Marino's goal was the only proper goal we scored from open play. That's it. That's pretty much it. But defensively, we were really good. We were really, really good. Over both legs, we were really good. I was extremely impressed with the lack of nervousness in the Arsenal squad. Lack of nervousness of thinking we're playing at the Bernabeu. And there was so much chatter before the game. Everyone was saying, "Oh, you know what? No chance." Like there's this certain Don Hussam guy, and
Ah,
all over the place he was saying, absolutely no chance. They have no difference makers. And all due respect to creating content, I feel that anyone who thinks that they can predict a game of football with that much confidence is just looking for attention. They're not being serious. They're not being real about what the sport is about. Football is sport. In fact, is extremely unpredictable, and people do love to make predictions because what is a prediction but just a guess? It's a guess. I'm guessing that this is going to happen, and I'm guessing with chest. I'm guessing with confidence. So people who do that, I feel, are just looking for a lot of attention. But when it comes to having a little bit of a more pragmatic approach, I would say that Arsenal did really well against Real Madrid. Defensively, we did really well. We did not allow Real Madrid to create any kind of chances. We did not allow Real Madrid to get on our nerves. So
true.
mentally, we are prepared. We are ready. Now it comes down to tactics and everything. So that is where I am wondering that do we have to depend on counter attacks to score? Because if they do come in and they are going
Mhm.
to attack, are they going to attack at the Emirates? Because I feel that if they choose to make a play with a low block, Arsenal is going to
Mhm.
have a difficult time. Arsenal is also very susceptible on the counter attack. Let's not forget, Arsenal is actually more susceptible, in my opinion, on the counter attack because then we have too many players forward, and with the pace and technical ability of Usman Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, and Desiree Doué, is going to be definitely a big problem to deal with.
Yeah, of course. I think you summed it up perfectly. I think if PSG do manage a low block, but then I think Luis Enrique sides, we've never seen a low block being implemented.
Hmm.
It's always fluidic tiki taka football, involving your wingers and your midfielders and your fullbacks.
Right.
So I think it's something that PSG are always going to go with, especially when Enrique is going to be their coach. It's one of the reasons why they don't have a reputed forward as well. Gonzalo Ramos is always on the substitutes bench. He comes on later on to probably offer something in case games PSG are losing games or are struggling to break down teams. I think we might see
Hmm.
that, but again, I think the onus is definitely on Arsenal. We need to keep the ball. We need to move the ball. The way exactly how we did it against Madrid. Always looking forward, looking positive at the ball, not dilly dallying on the ball. You have the ball, release it, look for players, and then you have your wingers, who have pace. So I'm excited. I want to really see the battle of the fullbacks and our wingers. So I want to see Martinelli against Hakimi and Saka against Mendes. That's going to be a mouthwatering clash
Right.
because both have pace, both are again trickery. Saka and Martinelli have that with them. They're quick. They can cross the ball well. So it'll be interesting to see how Hakimi and how Mendes tend to deal with it. And I also want to see how Enrique does, because Enrique definitely would have taken a lot of points from the first game when we completely outplayed them 2-0. So he'll definitely be looking for a lot of improvements to see. So I have a feeling that one of the midfielders, probably I think Fabian Ruiz will be the one, or John Neves will be the one who will probably help the fullbacks track back and they try and double up on Saka and on Martinelli. So it'll be Fabian Ruiz on one side and it'll be John Neves on one side. Whereas Vitinha is usually the creative spark in that midfield. He's the one who supplies those passes and he's the one who supplies those through balls. So yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
So
Cutting edge
that's
analysis on KV Reacts, guys. Cutting edge analysis.
it reminds me of the time when Michael Owen actually drew one. The Liverpool performance when they had Andy Carroll on top.
Oh my god. Uh,
Oh man.
uh,
Do you want to
Loudmouth
look at the
says,
chats? We have so many chats.
yeah, Loudmouth
As
says these
usual, Loudmouth
tactics are
and
stale.
his beautiful ray of sunshine that is Loudmouth football has graced
PSG
us
to
with his
pummel
presence.
Arsenal. Thank you for
Yes, of
joining
course.
in,
The same man who
Loudmouth.
said Real Madrid, we have absolutely no chance against them, and remontada and everything. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, says their centre backs lack pace.
yeah,
So
this is
we
what we were
sure
talking
can
about.
rely on a counter-attacking game.
Which is what Nice did. Which is what Nice did over the weekend. They exploited
Hmm.
Marquinhos and Pacho, man. Give them a hard, torrid time. So this is what we can do.
All right. Loudmouth again says Arteta out should be taken as a positive. You're being deprived of titles. That's not a question. Uh,
As I said, ray of
uh, he,
sunshine.
Hero Brian says hello, Advait. It was Hero Brian's birthday
Um,
yesterday. If you want to wish him
oh
a
yeah,
happy
belated
birthday
happy birthday,
yesterday.
man! And what a day, to celebrate by with Liverpool
Yeah,
winning the league. So
Liverpool win the
happy
title
birthday,
on his
man!
birthday.
Belated happy birthday.
On my birthday, Cristiano Ronaldo scores a 45-yard free kick to knock us out of the Champions League semi-final. But
On my
it's
birthday,
nice to see.
all the elite competitions start, dude. June 12th is when the World Cup starts, when the Euro starts, and everything.
I have the suckiest. I have the suckiest one then. Hero Brand says, I see meltdown in the internet. Most of the fans saying Slot winning Premier League is the first and last time he winning a trophy. Like last year, Slot be sacked soon. He's another Eric Tanagba. I see.
Dude, just enjoy
Hero
your
Brand,
victory, man.
do not
Listen to them.
you
Not
you
what
should
they
be on a champion's high. You should not be now
Yeah,
going to places where people are saying negative things. Enjoy your moment, enjoy your victory, enjoy the Premier League title. If Arsenal had won the Premier League title, I would not be here right now. Trust me.
same. And Hero Brand, dude, you should
I
get
would
Arne's
be
first
on my
time
bed
tattoo.
hungover and planning to drink again. I would have gotten 2 bottles of tequila. I would have gotten a case of beer. I would have gotten 2 kgs of chicken. I would have fried it, and then it would have gotten burnt because I'd be drunk.
Are
So,
Hero Brand. Just get
so
Arne's Lord
enjoy.
tattoo, man. Just get that guy tattooed somewhere on your body.
On Diwali, I don't burst firecrackers, but if Arsenal win the Premier League or the Champions League, you can bet your ass, I'm gonna be the only person who's gonna be bursting firecrackers at night. All right. Hildebrand again says Edison to leave City. Hope do not knock on our doors for Kelleher as we don't want to
Why
sell
would
our
City go
weekend
for
keeper.
Kelleher? Why would
I don't know,
City go
man.
for
He loves
Kelleher?
Kelleher. Hildebrand loves Kelleher. Kelleher is a
What?
good keeper.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's good,
Hildebrand
but he's
loves
not
Kelleher.
world class, dude.
I don't know, man. Knocking PSG is an easy task for Arsenal. Rice, Saka, Merino gonna kill PSG. Okay. Bring Loudmouth Football to the stream. Loudmouth Football came to a recent stream just yesterday or day before
Day
yesterday.
before, I think. You did
So
one over the
yeah,
weekend. Yeah, you did
yeah,
one over
day
the
before
weekend.
yesterday, Loudmouth was there, and Loudmouth will keep featuring on the channel, and hopefully he also invites us. He
I would
invited
have to.
me actually, but that was like at thoda sa late tha,
Acha.
around 1 or 2 in the morning. So I don't think I could. I woke up at 3:30 and the stream was still going on, and I just asked a couple of questions. Rujan says if there is a player that you all could take from this PSG squad, who would it be? Interesting.
Good question, man. There's only one player. This is tough.
I'd take Kvaratskhelia or Dembele.
I would take a midfielder, dude. I would take John Neves or
Oh
Vitinha
wow.
or Vitinha.
Okay. And why?
Uh, I mean, Neves, young, Vitinha, creativity. I think they'll fill in perfectly with Rice and Odegaard in midfield, dude. Especially someone like John Neves, someone who does the dirty work. He's like a little pit bull, man. Have you seen him play? He's everywhere, all over the pitch, trying to win the ball back, and he's short in stature, but oh my god, that guy fights for every ball, dude. He's like a little engine,
Hmm.
pocket engine. He fights for every single ball.
We
Impressive.
had a player like that, right? What was his name?
We had Lucas Torreira.
Torreira.
Lucas
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Torreira.
He was good in patches, but
He
then
was good in
overall,
patches. Yeah, he was good in patches. I mean that Arsenal team
it
under
was
Emery
it
was
was
they just deceived everyone, man. They looked solid on paper and then they
that
just
Arsenal team reminds me of what a startup looks like in a garage, right? It's like just put this there, just put that there, and just let's make it work.
I
Uh,
swear we signed Lichtsteiner, man. I don't know.
like Steiner,
38-year-old right
we've
back.
had we've had such obscure players like Kim Kallstrom. Who was that
It's
South Korean player who randomly came to our
Are
club?
Park Chu Young.
Park Chu Young,
Marwan Chak,
Yaya Sanogo, um, we
Jovinho.
Gervinho. Oh my
Oh
God!
my
Like
days.
we've had them all, right? We've just
I
picked. Oh
swear.
no, no, no! Just get him. Five signings. Yossi Benayoun, get him. I want Yossi Benayoun. He is our transfer target this season. We have signed Benayoun, everybody, and AFTV. AFTV would just be standing outside Emirates Stadium with a noose, waiting for Arsene Wenger to come out so that they can hang him after we signed Kim Kallstrom, Yossi Benayoun, and Park Chu Young. And somehow we still made the Champions League.
Dude, I swear to God.
And people wanted Wenger out.
Figure out.
Imagine people wanted Wenger out after signing Kim Kallstrom, Park Ji Young, and Yossi Benayoun. We're
We are
like,
strong
oh,
in midfield, man.
we finished fourth. Oh, we're in the Champions League, and now people value fourth position. Okay, at that time they were like fourth is not a trophy. Fourth is not a trophy. Now everybody values the Champions League fourth position, right? Everybody's like, nah, you know what? I'll take it. Manchester City will take it this season. Newcastle will take it this season, right? But at that time, we let the opposition fans get to us. We let them get in our heads, and it just overall created a very bad environment for the club. Anyway,
Yeah, seriously. But good.
what
Those days
times
are
they were.
behind us. We look forward.
You guys were college friends, Rujan, Loudmouth, and Advait.
Rujan was my
I
college.
was
Yeah.
I
You were
was friends with Advait in college.
in,
Loudmouth football was also in college. Rujan, I still don't know how I met Rujan.
no, so Rujan, you met. I met Rujan through playing football with another group of friends. So and then we became,
Okay.
and that's how
Yeah, I
Rujan.
just remember we just started talking one fine day, and
Yeah, in
it's been going
2019, I
really
think.
good.
2020,
Like
COVID time.
it's
I think
I
that was
I feel
that
like
was
I've
when
known Rujan for ages now. So yeah,
Rujan
I
was
mean
that.
we're well
Well
beyond that
mannered guy,
now.
nice guy.
If I were to take one player from PSG's team, I take Dembele and play him at striker.
Nah, man, Dembele and his attitude problems. I think Arteta would have, like Aubameyang, he would have made him also sit out.
Acha.
Would have benched him for a few games.
Mm,
But yeah,
yeah.
I think Yash also makes a valid point. I think we're lacking a striker, and the way Dembele's form and the guy is on a roll. I think he's the top scorer this year so far. I think he's got already 25 or 26 goals, which is madness, absolute madness.
Rujan Singh, you all forgot about best Egyptian in the league,
Of
Mo El
course,
Neni.
Mohamed El
El Neni.
Neni. Oh man, what a player! I
My
mean,
apologies.
if he was there, he would have played in that CDM role tomorrow, and
He
he would
would
have.
have he would have bossed it. He would have bossed it. Whenever we expected Mohamed El Neni to suck, he would
He
slap
would
us all in
kill
our
it.
face and be like,
Yeah,
"No, fuck you." Nah, nah,
he
nah,
was
nah, nah, nah.
Salah.
I didn't
He
come
was
here.
Salah.
I didn't come here for this shit. I didn't come here to get teased and booed, you assholes. I came here to play. I came here to win.
Oh, that
He
performance
go
in
all
Manchester
those.
United, man, in that white kit which we had.
Oh my
It
god.
was in
Oh,
Highbury. You remember the white kit? I remember Rujen was so
crazy.
flabbergasted. It was like, who the fuck is this guy? Elderly decides to show up now.
Just out of nowhere. Okay, Hiroman says Slot was singing Jurgen Klopp. Nana Nana was very funny. Yes.
I think both next to each other, man. I don't know.
I think it was a wholesome moment of sorts for me. Like like not funny. Like he was just
Returning the favor
showing his appreciation
for what he
in
has
a way
achieved.
you can call it. Yeah. Thank you for the transition. Thank you for the squad. You can say thank you for giving me such a good squad that we did not need any signings. We did not need much. All we needed was a good physio and our players to stay fit, and I'll do the rest. And I think Liverpool deserve to be
Yeah,
Premier
yeah, of
League
course,
champions. I mean, the
completely.
gap
And
between first and
best
second
team, man.
is
They were best team in England this season. Best
best
team.
team overall. First half of the season they were the best team. Second half of the season they were the best team.
True.
There is no statistic. There is no way to put this into different kinds of pieces where you can say that Liverpool did not deserve. I mean, anyone who is saying that is just
Delusional.
yeah, absolutely. So congratulations to Liverpool and congratulations to their fans. Enjoy it. Don't get sucked into social media right now. Get out of social media. Throw away your phones. Go have a party. Celebrate with your other Liverpool fans and the other Liverpool friends, and have a great time.
Yep.
Uh, Klopp and Slot very down to earth. That's why they win. Maybe generally we both love them. Should bring Ritan and Advait together. Both of them have good knowledge. We'll try and do that. Madrid, hello, hello. Good evening, Madrid. How are you? कोपा del Rey का बदला लेना जो भी जीते मेरी तरफ से प्लीज ओके
सबका बदला लेगा तेरा आर्सेनल बेटा. नो टेंशन. सबका बदला
I
लेगा
I
तेरा.
I listen. Copa del Rey का बदला. So basically, Madrid comes on the chat काफी ज़्यादा watch alongs पे, and he says
हाँ,
कि
seen him. Yeah, yeah.
so he says that if Barcelona go through, then Arsenal should not go through because he believes that PSG has a better chance against Barcelona. He does not believe that Arsenal has a better chance against Barcelona. Now you know what given the narratives on that have been created or are already settled in the minds of people. लोगों को लगता है कि Arsenal is not a big team. ठीक है, लोगों को लगता है like they always underestimate Arsenal again and again and again, right? We finished. I mean, in the Premier League, we finished second, and people are making fun of that. You know, you finish second, you finish second, you finish second. I mean, at least we're not finishing 15th. We're not finishing 16th. We're not
Spurs
finishing 8th.
17.
We're not finishing 8th. We're not finishing 6th. You know, we're finishing second, right? We've had our problems, but still we're finishing second. We're in the semi-final of the Champions League. Yeah, I get it. I get it that the silverware should be there, and we're on our way to get it. At the stage that we're in, the position that we're in, I'm really happy that Arsenal are in this position right now. So I don't think it warrants criticism. I think it warrants a little bit more encouragement. How I said, beating Madrid at Bernabeu and over both legs at 5-1, it shows that mentally we're prepared to win. Mentally we're prepared to beat any side in the world. So I think we're almost there. It just I and sometimes I'm now at this point I'm just hoping for divine intervention. Obviously, I just want to use any single encouragement, any single support that I can get. Um, Peter Brand says, yeah, Hiroman says you shouldn't ask people who knocked you out to take revenge. I don't think Real Madrid expected for that to happen, but it has happened, and we move past it now. For only this UCL campaign, उसके बाद sell him to Barca. I think he's talking about Dembele as a striker. उसके बाद sell him back to Barca for another 150 million next season. I don't think that's how it works. I
I
mean,
would love.
it can work. It can work if all those who are watching join me for a gaming stream of EAFC 24. We can make that happen, guys. We can
Let's
try
go.
and buy Dembele and then sell him again to Barcelona for 150 million. So if you haven't checked
I'll
out
try
my
and get
gaming
Yamal
streams,
on a swap deal as well.
oh yeah, we should have gotten Lamine Yamal. Why did nobody recommend Lamine Yamal? We bought
Do
Bastoni,
that.
we
No,
bought
so instead of 150 million, just give Dembele and get like 80 million
get
and get
Yamal.
Yamal instead.
That sounds like a great idea. All right. Yes says Arsenal don't have a better chance. Lord Kai is going to score in the UCL final in a minute for us.
Isn't it?
There is
What
this
if it's his
meme that is
donkey
doing
is gonna
circles
score?
these days.
He
Huh?
has a pet donkey, Kai Havertz.
Yeah. I know
Yeah.
that. He has a
So
pet donkey.
yeah.
Hero Brand says Yamal is going to be the Ballon d'Or winner because of Euros, Copa del
Strong
Rey,
contender,
Spanish Super Cup,
definitely. Yeah, strong contender, definitely.
and La Liga. So Lamine Yamal
Yamal,
is going to be
Rafinha.
a strong contender at the age of 17. At the age of 17,
Mhm.
Rafinha, because he's Brazilian, I think that takes away a little bit of his
Yeah.
oomph.
Hmm.
That key factor. Like people were asking, like I don't know who asked me the other day. They were like, "Oh, Rodri just won the Premier League. Why did he get Ballon d'Or?" And I was like, "What? What are you watching? Where have you been living? Rodri won the Euros. Rodri won the Champions League. Rodri
Champions
won the
League.
Premier. Rodri won the
What
FA
about?
Cup. Rodri won everything.
Yep.
Super Cup. He won everything. That's why he got. And look what happened to Manchester City once Rodri got injured. So let's not even go there."
Yep.
Rujan says, "If you all go through, who would you
Oh,
guys want, Barca or Inter?"
Barca, man. 2006 ka revenge, where we were
Oh my God.
swindled.
Can't we
2006
just
ka
win?
revenge.
I would
I don't
take
want
Inter,
this
man.
Inter,
I would
man. They
take
play
Inter.
this boring low block Stoke City football. I don't want to see that in the Champions League final. I want Barcelona, man. Bring on Yamal. Lewis Kelly versus Yamal. That's the match we want to see. We don't want to see bloody Chalanoglu versus Lewis Kelly. Who wants to watch shit like that, dude? Who wants to watch Arnautovic? Fucking 38-year-old. And then Mkhitaryan, 41-year-old Armenian versus what? No, nobody wants to watch a Petri, Petri versus Rice. Who wants to watch bloody Italian Stoke City come into the Champions League finals? No. No, no, it's Barcelona. 2006 का revenge, man. And as Madrid said, सबका बदला. हम लेंगे भाई बदला. Tension मत लो.
Yeah, I mean, so if you want to win, you want to beat the best, right? And right now, I would say that Barcelona are favorites.
Yep.
I would take Arsenal as underdogs every single day of the week because I feel as underdogs we perform better. And Barcelona are currently on their Copa del Rey high.
Hmm.
They're top of the league and they're on course for a treble. So any team that's on course for a treble are the favorites. So between Barca and Inter, they can decide who's going to have the treble and who's going to have
But Inter
something
are
else.
out. Inter don't have the title. They lost the Italian Cup to Milan. They
The
got
Coppa Italia they
23.
lost, yeah. So
Yeah.
they're
Again,
out as well.
they're out.
So they're also, but they'll win the league. I think
Yeah, but,
Inter
but league again
currently
is very interesting because they went and
they're
drew.
equal on
So
points
Napoli
with
have a
Napoli
chance.
right now.
Napoli have a very good
They're
chance.
equal on points with Napoli right now. So that is also
Hmm.
unsure at the moment. Um, Arsenal, of course, PSG have also won the League One. That's wrapped
Yep.
up and done.
Yep.
So they have that off their backs. Arsenal are the only team over here, realistically speaking. This is this is their they have. Can you imagine, Advait? We're 3 wins away,
Oh,
three
man.
wins away
Goosebumps. Goosebumps.
from history,
Whew.
with just 3 wins away. If you look at it like that, we just you're playing that chain together game with your friends, and you're just 3 steps away. All you have to do, you can see it, it's right there. All you have to do is just leap it and take it,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
it's that close. You just can't help but think that, oh my god, okay, it's PSG, and we have defeated PSG before in this very season, of Champions League. But I'm assuming that was a different PSG, and this is a different PSG now. But still, we can do it. It's PSG. It's not some Lionel Messi, Javi Iniesta kind prime Barcelona that even if you beat 2-1 at home is going to thrash you 4-0 away, or 4-1 away. So it's not that kind of a team. I mean, and our defense is not what it was. We don't have Mikhail Silvestre playing in defense anymore.
oh my God. 2008, he passed the ball to Messi like by Patrick Marley.
We don't have Mikhail Silvestre playing in defense anymore. We have a better defense, and I strongly believe that that we can actually do it. Okay, yes says after winning the UCL, he's gonna have one more donkey in his barn, Jharkhandi Yamal. Donkeys are nice animals, man. Donkeys are
Yeah,
very
man.
nice, cute,
Watch the movie
wonderful,
Shrek.
lovely
You'd
animals.
fall in love with donkeys, man. Watch the movie Shrek.
Yeah, and even otherwise, like in real life also, if I grow up and I get my dream of having a farm, I'm gonna have 4 donkeys or 6 donkeys for sure. I'm laughing at Caicedo, Lavia, Enzo when we face them at Stamford Bridge.
Oh, don't be so cocky confident, bro. They can humble you, man. Chelsea are also a little
Chelsea
tricky
are
side.
decent. Yeah, Chelsea are decent. Madrid says हाँ सही है, बारसा वर्सेस आर्सेनल फाइनल कर लो, सलीबा प्रैक्टिस कर लेगा.
हाँ हाँ बिल्कुल.
VVD, first Dutch captain to win the English Premier League. Yes, congratulations to VVD. I'm happy. I'm a Dutch supporter. I'm happy that
Was
he
Van
has
der Sar
won.
captain? No, Van der Sar was not Dutch captain.
No,
Yeah,
no,
Van
he
der
was
Sar
not.
was
He
Van
was
Bommel was the captain. Yeah, Van Bommel
Van
and
Bommel.
Bergkamp also
VVD
was. Bergkamp also was.
not captain.
Yeah, that was the captain.
Imagine Arnautovic collides with Skelly once and his arth.
Oh my god.
Man.
Seriously, man. That team is being carried by Lautaro and Thuram, dude. You leave those two out. You have bloody Mkhitaryan, 42-year-old. क्या कर रहा है भाई तू?
Oh my God. Napoli won last night with Tommy's brace. They're on top. Okay, so Napoli is on top
Tammy
right
Abraham.
now. Hmm. Dean Huijsen is coming and Kirkes. We got 177 million to win the Prem.
You have severe competition from Madrid for both of them, dude. Hoyson and
Yeah.
Kirkes. Severe competition for them. I think Newcastle are after them. Madrid's after them.
And
Bayern
you
are
know
after
what
them.
happens when Real Madrid are desperate, right?
Yeah. They're extremely desperate.
Liverpool can. But I mean, Premier League champions, great. Champions League football next season, fantastic. Great history, great club. Uh, but if Real Madrid wants somebody, especially
Oh,
if they're available,
yeah.
then it's a different ball game altogether.
And
You
it's
know, it's
obvious
one
they,
thing, you know.
they will leave Bournemouth. Huh? They want to leave Bournemouth anyways. I mean, they've had
Yeah,
great seasons,
yeah.
both
So
managers.
it's one thing where Arsenal are like literally like like putting up walls to protect all of their players. But it's another thing when players want to leave and Real Madrid want them. Then I doubt if Liverpool have a chance in that case. Donkeys are great for carrying weight. Lamar doing the same for Barca and Spain.
Yeah, he's on a roll, man.
Yeah, his chats are
Oh, Bitter's
awesome.
back. Bitter
Beta,
is
hello, hello, hello. Good evening. I'm late. What's going on? We're just doing the preview for Arsenal PSG. Yes, is Hoyson would pick Madrid's bench over Liverpool's.
oh my God.
Hero Brian says we have a connection with Bournemouth.
Yeah,
I
you have a
think you're
connection with Southampton,
underestimating
man.
what kind of I think you're underestimating what kind of connection Papa Perez has with
With
everything and
everyone.
everyone.
Exactly. He's like the money of football, man.
Yeah, and especially after this defeat in the Copa del Rey final, when the handshakes were happening with the refs, I was not looking. I was just looking at the handshake between Florentino Perez and the referees, and
And
then
the
I was
referee
looking at the handshake between everybody else, and
else.
his face was like you're shaking the hands of Pablo Escobar, right?
Exactly. He's like, I'm going to
You're
shoot you.
like,
I'm going to
so
kidnap you
you
and
have chosen, so you have
death.
chosen death.
Death.
Oh my god! And then when Barcelona lifted the trophy, and he was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, that was just hard to watch. I was
Oh,
like, okay, you know what, shut this down.
unfortunate.
Thank God, I'm not in that position. What a situation that must be, man. After all, I feel yes. After all, I feel Spanish. Rujan says, okay. Rujan says United have a connection with Bournemouth too. Mentally aligned. What are you talking about? Bournemouth is far better than you. Bournemouth is miles better than you. What are you talking about? What is this comparison? You should be worried
What is
about
it when you
Everton. You should
sugarcoat it?
not be worried about Bournemouth.
You're
You should be worried
14.
about Everton right now. Everton and West Ham. That is what United's performance is similar to. I mean, you are lucky. You are so lucky that all the other
Yeah,
three relegation teams are absolute dog shit this
dog shit.
season. Leicester, Ipswich, and Southampton. I mean, Southampton, are they? Do they have double points yet? I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
they do.
They're on
They
11,
do.
I think.
11. Is it think 11 and 4 games left? 11 points. So this is the competition. Otherwise, I swear, you'd be in a relegation battle right now.
Them and Spurs, man. Spurs as well. Oh my God.
Them and Spurs, exactly. Yeah, but I understand. You know that it is Man United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, but still atrocious season for them. And Perez has a connection with mafia and money. Yes, that is true. Yes, says रात भर रेफरी स्टेडियम के वॉशरूम में सोया है and सुबह 4 बजे भागा है स्पेन के आउटस्कर्ट्स में. Yes, his context. Hoyson said that after all, he feels Spanish. When asked why he picked Spain over his other country. Okay,
Yeah, he's
okay.
Dutch actually.
Hero Brand says Hansi Flick is going to win everything. So basically,
Ganta is going to win.
he says that Hansi Flick is going to.
See, and the best part is the Champions League finals is in Munich, man. Bayern's home stadium. You remember the nightmares we had there?
Oh my
Getting
God, yeah.
hammered. Oh, and
Nah, but
two faces Barcelona, man. Two
I
ultimate
think
rivals.
the Alliance Arena has had some great Champions League games.
Of course,
Chelsea
of
won
course,
there.
of course.
Crazy game that was between
Bayern
Bayern
also,
Munich and
Bayern
Chelsea.
themselves. Yeah, yeah. Mad.
When
Robin had a
Drogba
very
scored that 82nd minute header. I
uh,
mean, how did he manage to beat the world's best prime Neuer in his home ground from an absolute whip of a header, man. Drogba was
beautiful, man.
something else against big teams. Drogba was an absolute monster,
Beast,
absolute
beast,
machine.
absolute beast.
And Bayern lost at their own home ground,
Shit penalty
playing
from
a Champions League.
Schweinsteiger and
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Müller.
definitely. I was shocked. I was like, German team losing at penalties against an English
Robin
team.
had a chance to win it in extra time. He screwed his penalty.
Yeah, Robin had so many chances to win so many things. He had
Dude,
the chance to
exactly
win
the
the World Cup
2010
final.
World Cup final, Spain
Yeah,
came
we
in.
were watching that. We were watching the final together. Remember with Rafa and
Yeah,
Lauren.
yeah. गाली दे रहे
We
थे
were
हम
watching that,
लोग.
and everybody was sitting there, and I was like, "Yeah, Spain sucks." And yeah, like I was just sitting quietly, like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? But anyway, I mean, those were some nice days. And Robin had a chance to win it, and he just couldn't finish it at the biggest stage. I mean, he did win a Champions League final against Dortmund, but I mean, come on, you had the chance to win a World Cup final for the first time in your country's history, and what what did you do? It's okay. I mean, you can say that they beat Spain 5-1 in the next World Cup's group stages, but that doesn't fix it. That
Yeah.
you can beat them 500-1, but they have the World Cup. Spain has the World Cup. You have your 5-1 victory and Flying Dutchman T4. That's it.
Mhm.
So you need to be disappointed. Rujan says, if you guys were given an opportunity to motivate Arsenal for tomorrow's game against PSG, what words would you impart to ignite the team? I think we would tell them, first of all, to subscribe to KV Reacts if you haven't already, and watch our streams and watch alongs. Because we keep it real over here. We keep it real, and I tell them that, listen, Arsenal fans have had a very difficult decade and more, and for the first time in years, we've seen an Arsenal side that I'm proud that, even though no matter what happens, we're always going to back you. I mean, if we backed Yaya Sanogo and Kim Kallstrom and Park Ji Young, you can bet your bottom dollar that we're gonna back you to
You
the
know,
ends of
Kiri,
earth, right?
what Arteta should do? Like, there was this recent thing that came up on Instagram where Southall United, you remember Dantanadan goal, the movie? Arshad
Yeah,
Wasim
yeah,
ko
yeah,
Old Trafford leke jata hai. There are these
yeah, yeah,
pictures of
yeah, I remember.
Evra and the Scholes and everyone.
Right.
Arteta will say, take the squad to Southall United. Bowman Irani, Arshad Wasim ka picture laga ke play like that. Johnny Brand ka picture.
Oh my God, yeah, that. Uh, I think I saw something like that on
Yeah, yeah, on
Instagram
Instagram,
or something.
exactly. There were
Oh
these
my
three
God,
guys, Indian guys, who were talking about Manchester United and how Amorim should improve the performance. I think we heart attack at
that is
Arshad Wasim.
hilarious, man.
तो इतना बड़ा belly, beer belly, किक मार रहा है मैं.
Oh man,
You should look
that
at,
that might work.
you should look at Merino and say, 40-year-old Arshad Wasim, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Oh my God, what a memory you've got. 14-year-old scored a century.
Oh yeah,
Really not
this
tough.
Rajasthan Royals guy, man, Vaibhav
That
Suryavanshi. The
Suryavanshi.
wonder
Huh?
kid,
Does
wonder
Addy
kid.
have knowledge in cricket too?
Yes.
Yes, Addy has knowledge in cricket as well. हेलो बोरा, हेलो गुड इवनिंग, व्हाट्सअप, हाउस इट गोइंग मेरे भाई? राइस के अंदर बस बेकन घुस जाए आज
अरे
आज
बोरा भाई, तेरे मुंह
कल
में घी शक्कर कल.
बिल्कुल 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 but do we, like I said, do we still rely on free kick goals? Because I mean, we just have to turn up. Like I remember, like when Declan Rice scored that goal, those two goals, those two free kicks against Real Madrid, we did not expect him to do that. Like nobody in the world. If you told me when the first half ended, if you told me Arsenal are going to win 3-0 in the second half, I would have said, you know what, stop it. Stop
You're
trolling
bullshitting.
me. Haven't you had your fun? Like I get it. You have to say something for the sake of saying something. And then when he scored, I was absolutely shocked. I had no words. I was just screaming. I mean, the reaction is available, obviously.
Insane, man.
I was
Insane.
just
I still
screaming. I
remember
was,
your reaction. Degeneration X1.
yeah, 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 yeah. I was. Oh,
You
yeah, yeah, yeah. And by the way,
were like, oh.
also, I want to remind the chat. I want to remind the chat that tomorrow I'm going to be doing a watch along with Being Sarangi, Vivek Bhai. So I won't be doing a watch along on my channel. I will be sharing the link of his channel to all of you guys, and please make sure that you join. Uh, and I will share the link in a post tomorrow, and I'll try and send it out to you as much as possible. If you guys have not joined the Discord community, make sure to go ahead and join the Discord. That's where we keep everyone up to date. If you'd like to join a watch along or a discussion like this, join the Discord channel so that we can invite you and we can prepare for it beforehand, and you can feature on the channel. You can actually have your opinions shared just like Advait is doing as of right now. All right, so Yash now says, and उनको बोलना जूते सही से रखने साला गायब हुए and उसका बैलन डियोर का बैग बन गया उसका बैलन डियोर डियोर का बैग बन गया आर्टेटा किवियोर को उसकी टर्बन पहना देता your Hero Brand is
Oh,
asking your
definitely.
memorable
2007,
test
man, when
match
we beat Pakistan in the finals for the first T20. I think that has fond memories when Dhoni won, with
with the
Srishant bowling.
penalty shootout जब विकेट्स पे बॉलिंग डाली
अरे
थी वो
वो
वाली
क्या बॉलर का नाम
अच्छा वो
था
जो
यार, वो जो
कैच
पुलिस वाला
शीशांत
कांस्टेबल बन गया था, हाँ जेपी यादव था क्या वो?
जोगिंदर शर्मा
हाँ, जोगिंदर
जोगिंदर
शर्मा,
शर्मा
सॉरी, हाँ हाँ हाँ, उसका दैट
हाँ
आई हैव एन विराट innings against Pakistan last T20 was, I
मेलबर्न
think
में
that was
हाँ
insane, man. From
that
literally
was
from the clutches of
madness
defeat, he
वो जो
brought us back.
क्या नाम है वो राउफ की बॉल पे जो
Haris
छक्का
Rauf,
मारा था
हाँ वो
स्ट्रेट
वाइड
लैंड
वाइड
हारिस
बोला,
राउफ
फिर दो सिक्स,
madness
man,
absolute
गजब,
madness I can't imagine
madness,
it how did he get the strength to do that against the 145 wali speed wala bowler it's stupid
amazing, man, amazing,
absolutely
amazing.
stupid Dembele is the danger man
Yes, of
says
course,
Bora
of course.
100%.
Yes,
I
he
think
is,
we
he
all
is.
agree that Dembele
I think
is
him, but
massively.
also Kuicha, and it's a whole
Ah,
collection. But yeah,
definitely.
he's
Desiree
amazing.
Due is also a danger man, man. If you
Of
ask me,
course,
Desiree Due, just do not
of course.
underestimate
The way
that
he
man. When I
starts or
saw
comes
him
off the
play,
bench, yes, he's brilliant.
बिल्कुल. Hero Brian, I'm okay. मेरे दो पैर हैं and दो हाथ हैं and one. What is going on?
I think he asked
Uh,
who's good. So I think don't do berserk celebration in his channel.
no, I've already spoken to him. I've told him that I'm going to be myself. I'm going to bring my own energy. And he said, yes, please do that. That's what he said. So if anyone has a problem with berserk celebrations, they would not have invited me to their channel in the first place. I mean, obviously my videos and everything is available for everybody to see. So Yash says my memorable test match was last year when their team's wicketkeeper was out due to injury and उन्होंने मेरे को खिला दिया. विकेट कीपिंग तो बढ़िया हुई बट हमारी बैटिंग आ गई एंड रेफरी मेरे को बैट पकड़ना सिखाया. यश एक्चुअली डजंट प्ले क्रिकेट एट ऑल.
Doesn't it?
Oh,
Acha.
no, he doesn't play cricket at all. Acha, so I think we've covered quite a lot of stuff.
Yes.
है ना?
Yep.
So what are our
Predictions?
nah. I don't do predictions
Nah,
anymore.
let's
I've
not
stopped
do
doing
predictions,
predictions.
man.
Predictions
Let's not do
suck. Predictions are stupid. Predictions agar, if anyone wants to see predictions, you can join the Overlap podcast hosted by Gary Neville. Uh,
Gary Neville.
Bora says
Kvaratskhelia.
you can just say Kiki if
Kvicha.
Kvaratskhelia has a problem to type. You can say Kvicha.
But he got
Kvaratskhelia,
the spelling
Barkol, and
correct.
Desiree Due. Yeah, he did. I don't know his name or danger too, but there's a solid defense. That's true. That's what we're relying on. We're relying on a solid defense, and we hope that's going to be enough. Rujan says, "Yeah, I will not forget how you air humped after Rice's second free kick. I think I needed therapy."
Oh man, can we make that into a GIF? Can someone make that into a GIF, please?
Yeah, I think Bitter can do that. Bitter is an expert in making gifs. Uh, what?
What?
No, the celebration where you showed your meat like I show
What is
sweet.
this?
What?
This I've never seen. Thank
I've
God I've
never
never
seen it
seen that.
myself.
Oh my
I've
God.
never. I don't think I've done that. Yash says 3-1 for us. Bora says 2-2. Oh.
Ah, the Emirates.
Ah.
Ooh, we need a win, man. We need a win.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll just say. Oh yeah, Yash is also here. Yash is here. Says I'm still here. I'd make a much better GIF. अच्छा ठीक है. If you can, then go ahead and do it. I needed therapy after the Kunde goal in El Clasico. I can
बुरा
understand
भाई
that. That must have
बदला
been
लेंगे
terrible.
यार, तुम टेंशन मत लो यार, फाइनल में बदला लेंगे भाई.
Rujan says perfect time for KV to start Moef. Yes says I'll pay.
Even I'll
Uh,
pay.
Hero Brand says 10,000 zero Arsenal PSG. Yeah, okay. So let's stop taking chats for a few minutes. Uh, let's just talk about the performance. Let's just talk about what we expect from Arsenal. If you want to give a prediction, that's totally up to you.
Nah,
But what do you want to see from Arsenal? What is giving you a wish list, giving you a blank sheet? What do you want to see from Arsenal tomorrow?
determination, hunger, drive. I think the three Ds. That was the epitome of our performance against Real Madrid in both the legs. Where we were absolutely brilliant. On and off the ball. We were
Mm,
perfect, except for barring that Saliba mistake for the winning goal. I think it was a perfect night. Both actually both perfect nights. I mean, both the first leg and the second leg. So I want something of the same, man. The same, intent and drive. The same, do something with the ball. Be positive, and attack. We really need to hit PSG on the counter. We need to score. We need a goal. We shouldn't concede. That should be our onus. Keep a clean sheet. Go to Paris. Go to Parc des Princes, and test out the waters there. But we definitely need to. I think determination, drive. These are the two keywords tomorrow. That's how our performance should be.
mm. I agree. I just say that I think mentally they're ready. I think we deserve to be in the Champions League semi-final. We've beaten top teams to
Champions.
be here, uh, and I feel that this is our chance. This is really our chance, and uh, yeah, I mean, we're playing PSG tomorrow at home. Then we're going to play them away on the 6th, and I think this is it. Just focus up, boys, and just get it done. Just get the job done. You face the best teams in the world, some of the best players in the world. There's no turning back now. It's your hard work and effort that you've reached here, and I'm going to be praying the entire time. I'm going to be praying that you guys reach the finals, guys. Reach the
Yeah,
finals.
dude.
Get
Just do
this
what our
PSG
women did,
situation
man.
done.
Just do what our women did, dude.
Yeah,
Take
take
inspiration
inspiration
from
from
their
Arsenal
performance.
women
Yeah, take inspiration.
and just get it done. It's all possible. Everything else is just noise. Everything outside is just noise. They said that we won't beat Real Madrid or Atletico. We soundly beat Real Madrid, and I'm sure that if Atletico had also turned up, we might have definitely beaten them as well. And now we're facing PSG. We've already done it this season, but that should not mean that we're going to take anything lightly. I think we should just focus on the day and focus on the job and get it done. A couple of sensible chats here. Beta says 2-1 in the first leg and 1-1 draw in the second. That seems like a more
Yeah, reasonable. I would take something
realistic,
like that. Yeah.
reasonable. Rafael says I'm more of Inter in the finals rather than Barca, but
Nah, man. Stoke City.
Advait has huge issues with Inter in the final. He calls them an Italian Stoke
I didn't
City,
Stoke City. No, 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 no.
parking the bus and all that stuff.
Lovely.
Bora says okay. Uh, Bora says Barca slash Flick is going for a treble. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They're very close to actually getting that. They're the closest
Do a
amongst the
double
four teams, amongst the two. Yeah, just do a double. Leave the Champions League, please.
Champions League. Yeah, that's it.
Arsenal show the three Ds, and KV will celebrate with his D. Sorry,
God.
be myself. Oh my God. Bora says 3-2 at the Emirates and 2-2. That'll be that's too many goals. That's too many goals. My heartbeat will be through the roof.
I
If
swear, my blood pressure and my neighbors, man. Oh God.
That'll be crazy. Rafael says, KV, who is more likely we get in the summer transfer regarding Gyökeres, Zubimendi, and Nico?
I think the first two are.
Uh,
I think Zubimendi is almost done, like almost 80% done. His agent is already said, but even though Real Madrid are still trying to get him, but I think he's already decided. Gyökeres as well. I think Berta is working behind the scenes. His agent came to watch the game against Madrid, and also I think over the weekend came to watch the Palace game. They were in the stands. Gyökeres' agent and
okay.
his family. So I think even Gyökeres also looks like a done deal. Nico Williams, I don't think is coming because he's publicly come out and said that he wants to win trophies with Bilbao, and they're in the Europa League semi-finals. I think they face United, so he wants to win trophies there. And I think his elder brother Inaki did the same thing. Inaki also was once upon a time, touted as the next big thing in Spain and the next wonder kid in Spain.
Mm,
But then injuries kind of
okay.
held back his career. Now he represents Ghana. But I think, yeah, I think Nico will still stay. I don't think Nico will move anytime this year or the year after. I think
Season.
post
So
World Cup probably you might see him move.
Do you still think we need another winger?
Uh, I think, yeah, definitely. I think because for sure it'll be stupidity if Arteta to sign Sterling permanently, but we definitely need another winger to give Saka and Martinelli
Wait,
competition. So,
that can happen?
no,
No,
I mean it's there. I mean, Chelsea fans want it to happen. They
nah,
wanted to
nah, nah,
happen.
nah, 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 nah. I don't
United
need
fans
that,
want
man.
Sancho to to
Don't need
sign
that.
permanently for the with Chelsea. So there's a lot of lot of these
No
things going
way.
on. Yeah, so definitely we're not. So I think, yeah, we definitely need to sign a winger, uh, at least someone
Mm,
to give competition to Saka and Martinelli, because otherwise, they'll also tend to be like, position is set. We don't have any competition for it, and that
right.
can tend to affect you mentally and also on your performances. You tend to drop back, tend to be calm, relaxed a bit. Whereas you know that your position is, someone's right behind in the pecking order, waiting for a chance,
Mm,
then you're always on your A game. So I think definitely we do need a winger to keep these two at least on their top. Because Martinelli for me has regressed a bit. I think in 22-23 season he was brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant. But post
right.
that, and I don't blame Arteta, man. I think Arteta has made him more like, made him now fall back, track back, help out in defense, which he does really well, even though he doesn't have the goals and the assists to show for it. But I mean, that's what you think. So I definitely think, you need competition. So a winger, a CDM to replace Jorginho, who's going, and Partey probably in the future, even though if he signs a contract, a 1 year extension maybe.
Mm,
And yeah, and then Gyökeres and Zubimendi, I think will be what Berta.
okay.
I'm excited to. I'm waiting for the summer, man. I want to see what Berta does. I'm really, really excited because
Yeah.
that he's come. He's got
Uh,
a huge reputation.
I mean, that's going to happen definitely. Obviously, the transfer market is going to be super exciting from an Arsenal point of view. This transfer market is going to be super exciting for everybody because we know that clubs want to sign players. We know United wants to sign players.
Yeah,
I'm actually excited to see what's going to happen at United because we
exactly.
know that Spurs are now just a business. They're not a football team anymore. They're a business who has a football team. Uh, they're a business that hosts concert at their stadiums and stuff like that. So it's just I don't want
I
to
want
see
to see what
what's
City
up with
do.
Spurs. I want to
City have to replace De
yeah,
Bruyne.
City also.
They have a lot of.
City have to do a lot of stuff. City have to do a lot of stuff. That's going to be interesting to see.
And Liverpool as well
Arsenal are
now.
going to be doing, and
Yeah.
Liverpool are also going to be attracting some big names that you can bet on that. And I don't think Chelsea is going to be involved in the transfer market too
Oh, of
much. I
course
mean,
they
they
will be,
already.
bro. They'll sign again. We're signing Estevao and Henry Paez, two youngsters. I think yes.
Uh,
This morning was the Super Clasico, the Argentina derby. River Plate Boca. River Plate beat
hmm,
Boca. So there's this youngster, 16-year-old called Mastuanonto or something of that sort. He's apparently the next Messi.
okay,
So Chelsea
right.
are apparently sent scouts to watch the 16-year-old play. And he killed it. He killed it. He won the game for River Plate. He was brilliant. You just Google him, watch his YouTube videos. You'll get a Franco Mastantuono or something of that sort. Plays for River
Okay,
Plate. He's the next Messi.
okay.
So Chelsea scouts are already there. So expected again, pedophile club. They're going to sign again, probably another
What?
of 16, 17, 18-year-olds, 18-year-old wonder kids to try and
Okay.
just boost Cole Palmer's morale.
यस यस टेंशन नहीं हम लोग फ्लिक के ट्रेबल से RBE
निकालेंगे ट्रेबल से आरबीई निकालेंगे सो ट्रेबल स्पेल TREBLE so it'll become tail
फिर
Mac.
बचेगा तेल.
It's a Yash
According to
Bollywood.
me, Zubimendi is almost done, and we'll focus on getting Jokeres more than Nico. If we get all three, then hell yeah. Okay,
Nico नहीं
that's
आएगा man.
ideal.
Nico बिल्कुल नहीं आएगा. He's not leaving Bilbao for sure, man. And if Bilbao
Bora
beat United,
says,
I think Bilbao can beat United. Then all the
अच्छा,
more you will.
Bora says, अरे 3 गोल तो हम पे भी गुद्दी पकड़ के मारा था. ठीक है. Fair enough,
Bechara
fair
still
enough.
recovering from that Declan Rice. Oh, that
I
Arabian
mean,
commentator.
वो तो यार अब
Ronaldo!
it is now a part of Arsenal history. It will be
History,
replayed
yeah,
till
yeah.
the end of time. Till the end of history, it will be replayed. Merino 1, Merino 2, Rice 5. Okay,
Oh,
अबे,
he's talking about his
the
predicts
goal
score line
score. Yeah.
goals. Yeah, 1,000 nil versus.
Bitter says this is the first time I'm more anxious about Odegaard's form than Kivior.
True.
Fair,
Big
fair to
game for
say.
Martin, man. Big game for Martin, especially against those three midfielders in Fabian Ruiz, John Neves, and Vitinha. Big game. He has to step up big time, and not make those stupid misplaced passes like he did against Palace.
Hmm.
So he really needs to be on his A game
That
now.
Mateta goal, who do you think was responsible? It was Saliba, right? Saliba
It
was
was
supposed to
Saliba. It
either
was Saliba.
pass
It
it
was
back or
Odegaard and
pass it to
Saliba. Both
Timber.
dilly-dallied on the ball, yeah. दोनों की गलती
नहीं,
है.
but I saw that Odegaard told him to pass it back and not.
हाँ, but
Uh,
उसने वही किया. Saliba also कभी-कभी पता नहीं क्या हो जाता है.
yeah, but it was, yeah, we can say like thoda sa, like we can put in like a 60-40 kind of a thing.
हाँ,
Saliba and
60-40.
Odegaard.
And even Raya,
uh,
man, Raya should have been in goal. Oh, कहीं और sweeper keeper वाला role पे
हाँ
खेल.
वो थोड़ा सा है
Or
उसका,
maybe that becomes an issue for us.
एक्साइटेड हो जाता है वो.
Uh,
Rudiger almost killed the ref in Clasico.
हाँ,
Yeah, so
he threw
poor
something
behavior
at
from
him.
Rudiger in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Rudiger looked like कि अभी अभी वो no disrespect but बिहार का स्टेट टूर्नामेंट खत्म हुआ है and भागलपुर की टीम हार गई and Antonio Rudiger is the captain of Bhagalpur FC and he's like oh मैं मार डालूंगा, मैं खत्म कर दूंगा, मैं
आंख
छोड़ूंगा
दिखाता
नहीं.
रे.
आंख आंख दिखाता है.
दिखाता रे.
लिटरली मुझे देख के वही लग रहा था
काजल
कि भाई इसको
लाओ.
क्या हो गया, इसमें ये छपड़ी कब से बन गया, ये क्या हो गया इसको.
ये
व्हाट हैज
पागल है.
हैपेंड
और
टू.
he's such a shit defender, dude. इतना overrated. एक
बहुत
बंदा
ज्यादा
इतना
overrated.
overrated. Madrid also यार, उसको बस चैंपियंस लीग जीता यार.
Madrid नहीं, Madrid fans यार, Madrid fans are always like hyping
नहीं,
him up.
even
Oh
Madrid didn't
Rudiger,
sign him,
Rudiger.
bro. वो he was only good under that crucial season when they won the Champions League. वो आधा सीजन
भाई
पे अच्छा था. टट्टी डिफेंडर.
जापान से तो हार
Exactly.
गया वो वर्ल्ड कप में.
Exactly.
जापान से तो हार गया. I mean he's like a foot taller than all of those other players and
Players.
still
And he did
he
that
lost.
running wala thing. You remember वो भागने वाला चीज
Apparently,
किया.
apparently it's his thing. Apparently he runs like that sometimes, but I don't see him run like that all the
Bullshit,
time. I mean, I've
bullshit.
just seen
He
him
was
twice.
teasing him, man. He was teasing the
He was
Japanese
teasing him,
player.
है ना? 100% he was
और
teasing him.
उसने ले लिया ना
सही
उसने.
हुआ
He just
बिल्कुल उसके
beat
साथ.
Rudiger
यही
for
हुआ.
pace and scored that goal.
हाँ बिल्कुल सही. Legend has it, Rudiger learned it from the alleys in London as he was asleep at Emirates.
He was always asleep at the Emirates. Oh my god, I loved it when Rudiger was in Chelsea's defense, man.
uh, what if we all come one more summer without a striker?
It's okay, Ruj. We'll still outscore Hoyland, man. Chill. Oh.
Mikel Merino, man. Mikel, you would
Outscored Darwin
fit
Nunes, Rasmus Hoyland, Joshua Zirkzee.
Zirkzee. It still manage. Still manage. Rafinha Ballon d'Or जीतेगा question mark.
Chance है.
Pole position. Pole position you can say. Maybe right now.
Hmm.
है ना? I think.
Yep. Pole पे है. Yeah, I think it's between him, Lautaro, and probably Yamal.
Yes, Rafinha पहले Grammy जीतेगा. He's been compared to MC Stan ना. Oh my God.
What's up, my king? Welcome to Hood.
How many days? Vita says how many days until I win trophies in my second season, mate. Get sacked.
Salah,
I
Australian
swear, I
boys
swear, I swear. What is going on? Why is Postecoglou? Why does he still have a job?
19 losses, bro. 19 losses.
That's
54
stupid numbers.
percentage of losses this season. And Levy, bhai, kya, matlab, he got rid of fucking Pochettino. He got rid of Mourinho for this. For this dude.
Unbelievable.
And the
Unbelievable.
audacity, wo wala, there's this other podcast called the Football Friends or something where they have these idiots, these four idiots from UK called Adam and some, they're all just buttered. There was a guy who actually came on that podcast and said that, if you should Ange is a better manager than Arteta because he's won trophies at Celtic and Brisbane Roar. And he said you can put Celtic and Brisbane Roar in the Premier League and they'll win trophies. The heights of delusional. Brisbane Roar, bro. Brisbane Roar. Freaking kangaroo team.
Oh my God!
Brisbane Roar,
This
bro.
is Arteta's first job. It's like saying job के लिए experience चाहिए. And you're like a fresher, and you're telling कि you need this much experience to get a job, and
I'll
then
share you this thing on WhatsApp. You'll lose your mind, bro. And he's justifying it by saying that Brisbane Roar will do well in the Premier League. They'll win a trophy. And Brisbane freaking Roar, bro. Brisbane Roar. They have a 37-year-old Serbian as their striker.
Brisbane Rovers will get hammered 6-0 by Wrexham day one. They'll get absolutely blasted. By the way, Wrexham triple promotions. That is also that
God.
deserves a podcast in itself. I started watching. I've seen all the documentaries of football. I've seen the Sunderland one. I've seen all those. वो क्या होता है, Amazon Prime wala. I've seen all of them. And then I started watching the Wrexham one because it was there, and I got quite attached to it because a very well made documentary. It was nice to see the local community and the local pub, the local players. Players going through their issues and stuff like that, and it was a proper documentary and very engaging, and I absolutely loved it. I was almost about to do a reaction to it a long time ago, but then I didn't have any editing skills, and it immediately got copyrighted also. So if you don't have the proper editing skills, it's very difficult to do watch along.
Yeah, but it's
But
good. It's good to see some of the old boys in the championship. Portsmouth are also back, and then Wrexham.
yeah,
Good stuff, man.
Ryan Reynolds and McElhenney bought Wrexham for £2 million, and right now the value of Wrexham Football Club has crossed 100 million. And
Wow.
with the entry into the championship, it's going to cross even more. I'm sure they spent a little bit more money. They must have spent like what, 10 million more at most,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
at max. At max, they revamped the stadium, the stands, the pitch, and all that stuff. तो उसमें तो पैसा लगता ही है.
They have to do it also now. I
And
think championship का भी standards अलग होता है from League One.
championship, they'll have to do it. But now the sponsorships and everything will be crazy. Now
Will come
they're
in. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money
definitely.
will flow in like mad.
And I think Ryan Reynolds ने पहले सीजन में कहा था, वेलकम टू Wrexham में, that he jokingly said, okay, yeah, Premier League, no worries, something like that. He said something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
So I remember. So wow, it's a
मजा
fairy
आता है.
tale of sorts. Wrexham की तो भाई चांदी लगी literally.
Seriously, after Swansea and Cardiff,
It's
the
gonna
third
do
Welsh.
it's gonna do so much good for that city also. That city was a little bit
हाँ
downtrodden,
थोड़ा
if you could say.
ये
Like
है
it was
हाँ. It's like
just
a
being
village.
supported by the local. It was just being
Hmm.
supported by the local community. किसी ना किसी तरह से. Acha, Rafael says Berta needs to bring in Jokeres, him and Gabriel doing celebrations together. That would be awesome. I would love to see that. That would be absolutely awesome. Bora says Rafinha ki acting is world class. I think he means the Asensio penalty
अरे बट
shout.
कांटेक्ट था यार बुरा भाई कांटेक्ट था उस पे पैर
You
पे लगा
think contact tha? Because when I saw बिल्कुल slow
था
motion पे, I thought कि बिल्कुल it's very
हल्का
close.
सा था
But
बट था यार कांटेक्ट आई मीन ठीक है
I mean, referee had a gun on his head. I mean,
आर्सेनल का हेड
so
आउट
there was no contact at the end of the day. So referee was like, "अच्छा ठीक है, you know what? अगर बार्सिलोना को जीतना है ना, उनको खुद गोल मारना पड़ेगा. मैं नहीं दे रहा कुछ भी. I cannot give a penalty in the 94th minute and let Barcelona win. That will be it for me. That will be the end."
हेड
Uh, Yes says Spurs बस बॉक्सिंग मैचेस ही ऑर्गेनाइज करती रह जाएगी, और उधर भी बॉक्सर्स नॉर्थ लंदन फॉरएवर पे वॉकआउट करते हैं. That is true.
हाँ
We saw
दिस दिस
that.
बॉक्सर हु केम आउट ना टू नॉर्थ लंदन
Yeah,
फॉरएवर बट
North
ही
London
लॉस्ट
forever. That was
फर्स्ट राउंड
he
नॉकआउट
lost.
हाँ ही
Hmm.
लॉस्ट फर्स्ट राउंड पे ही नॉकआउट
चलो कोई नहीं. At least he had the right entrance.
राइट
ठीक है.
या
At least he had the
एग्जैक्टली
right. He did something right. He did
राइट
something right. Uh, yes, yes, सपना देखना हीरो ब्रायन. I want. Oh my God! Look at this. Look at the insult by Hero Brian. Says I want Odegaard to join Liverpool, but as a cameraman.
oh my
Uh,
god all this
Understatement of the day. Hero Brian
all
says
this is
VVD is
gonna
better
come
than
back
Rudiger
this is gonna come back to bite. By the way, we still have to play Liverpool at Anfield.
at Anfield. Yeah, and we have to secure our second place position also.
It's on
So
the
these
thread.
draws and everything are not going to help us out. We have Newcastle, we have Liverpool, and then we have some easy games. I think
Yeah, we have a few easy games. I think last game is Bournemouth.
last game is Bournemouth.
I think so. Yeah,
No, no,
Southampton.
last game is
Southampton.
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 Southampton
Bournemouth.
away.
And next is Bournemouth. I think.
Next is Bournemouth, and then third,
Tough,
fourth Bournemouth, and then
for the top
Southampton.
game.
Bournemouth will be challenging. I think Asensio is better than Rudiger.
Ah, bhai, everyone is
I
better than
agree.
Rudiger. Such a 30 defender. Seriously, man.
इंटेंट की वजह से रफीनिया नहीं जीतेगा. बोरा यश से जितने लॉसेस टू क्वीन विक्टोरिया की प्रेगनेंसी नहीं हुए जितना.
First, 19 losses is ridiculous, man. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And they want to, and they call us, rivals. And Jesus, man.
चलो ठीक है. We've taken all the chats. Bora, thank you for joining in. Bye bye. Good night. Bitter, thank you for joining. Yash, Hero Brian, Raphael, thank you for joining. Rujan, thank you for joining. Loudmouth Football, thank you so much for coming in today. Thank you everyone. Madrid, thank you for joining. Also want to thank Advait for taking the initiative and getting us this very nice preview. We had some nice chats. It was a pretty cool thing. I'm glad we did it. Glad this also settled my nerves a little bit, because going into the big one tomorrow, like we've already discussed, it's up to the boys. Let's just pray for them, and let's hope we see each other on the 31st of May in the
Yeah, man.
Champions League
Just
final.
take inspiration from the women, from what the women did, dude. That's it. Just take inspiration from what the
Completely
women.
agree. Chalo, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Love you all. Bye bye. Good night. And see you tomorrow on Being Sarangi. I will be there at 12 midnight, 30 minutes before the game. And you know what? We'll do a little bit of a stream before that on our own channel. On our own channel, we'll just have some fun. We'll do it on StreamYard if anyone wants to join in for a little while. We can have a little bit
हाँ,
of a
मैं आऊँगा,
chat.
I'll come.
We can calm down our nerves and everything. Okay? So we'll have a little bit of fun and then we move. All right.
चलो.
Bye guys. Good night. Take care.
See you guys. See you.